who carried that child for 9 months, who changed their diapers, who did nothing but worry about if they were going to be okay. Inactivity, a little rust that might be there. Just look at the size difference. I mean, I don't think you need me to tell you. Benavidez is a lot bigger. Benavidez is fought from 163 to 180 pounds, Joe, with 7 fights at 170 pounds or more. Well, Douglas has fought 8 times between 154.
Load it up. Nice and tight.
His mom calling out.
Put your hands. Punch out. Punch out. Punch out. Punch out. Let's go.
Douglas, sometimes you reach in. You reached in there.
Punch out.
You reach in.
Let him go. Get the hand out. Get the arm out. Punch out. Punch out. Get the arm out.
You can leave yourself vulnerable.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Punch out. Got the back of his head.
You know, he's still revving the engines up, idling.
He gets hit with a left hand from the southpaw. Douglas tries to
10 seconds. This for the bell. This for the bell.
Facing the unbeaten David Benavidez.
You got some good advice, Douglas. His mom didn't do all the talking. Actually, she did a little bit, but most of the talking was done by, again, Douglas. That's something that's going to be worked out in the gym, though, quite frankly. You got a bad habit, you pick it up in the gym. It's got to be corrected in the gym. You can't just correct it in the corner. It has to be corrected in that gym, but when he does that, I just think there's an opening for a counterpunch. In particular, right hand from Benavidez.
Change the levels, Dennis.
Right hands do usually work. Joe, to talk about the questionability of the chin of Douglas.
Off the head, off the head, off the head. Stop, stop, stop.
14,
off the head.
17,
Don't hold him
opponent.
behind the head. Let's go.
A little more used to seeing in the corner of Benavidez, Todd, with Dad over there.
That's right, Joe. It's his dad, Jose Benavidez Sr., the father of David. We asked David yesterday, what's the worst thing about having your dad as a trainer? So those extra hours in the gym hopefully have given him the cardio he needs for that pressure.
It's one of those situations where he's been with Dad day one.
And that's one of those situations where I'm not saying in this case, but a father can overtrain a fighter.
10 seconds, 10 seconds. No spinning, no spinning. 10 seconds, this for the bell.
And Douglas then turns things around, but he got caught right here in the final seconds of round 2. Good action. Six-inch height advantage here. That's a good left hook to open things up.
Benavidez looks
Get
like
the arm out, punch out.
It takes Benavidez a while to
Watch your head, Dennis, watch your head.
going, and I think he's starting to get going a little bit now.
Come on, Dennis.
Right now, Benavidez turns southpaw.
He did turn southpaw and landed a right
your head,
hand to the
Dennis.
body.
Watch your head, let him
He's
go,
getting
let
it
him go,
going
let him
now,
go.
and I
Off the
think
back of the
that
head.
maybe, again, I said it early, with his idea of standing right in front of Benavidez.
Gets the attention of the crowd there moments ago. Now back orthodox. Douglas tries to fire off. Most of that blocked. Lifting him off the ring time and time again.
Let him go. Hold him, hold him.
For me, there is a place for that uppercut. I can see it for Benavidez. Later on.
Off the head, Dennis. That's it.
To me, this fight's changing. Benavidez, again, I thought that he'd be too big, too strong. Right now, he's too big, too strong. He's getting his engine going. I think it's going to be rain clouds for Douglas.
For the bell.
He's that jab.
You look at the CompuBox numbers, the power punches in the last round. He landed 28 of them, came on strong in the final minute.
I'll go back to those punch numbers. For me, if you look at them, you don't want to see power punches on the side of Douglas. That's bad. Probably about a foot space where you're leaving yourself really open.
There's a left hand from the southpaw Douglas in the midst of that exchange. Benavidez, unaffected, came with a right of his own.
Don't push, don't push.
So you can see a little reach in there from Douglas.
Go, get the arm out. Dennis, get the arm out. Punch out. Punch out. Let him go.
A little bit
punch
vulnerable.
out. That's it.
Right hand to the body from Benavidez. Just pulling him against the ropes.
10 seconds. That's for the bell. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Trying to work free is Duggan.
Right now, the defensive plan, it's not to use the legs for Duggan, which I think it should be. It's to come forward, hope that he gets in quick enough without getting caught, and then smother.
Punch out, punch out, off the back of his head.
I'm not
punch out,
gonna,
get the arm out of there, punch
it's
out.
It's not really about what Duggan's doing that's keeping him in this fight right now. It's about what Benavidez is not doing, but not okay, because Duggan's still in front of him. Where Benavidez, it's not like he's boxing circles around him, keeping him more balanced.
I got you,
He's there.
A punch behind the head.
See, on the ropes, he can't take that half step back. So this is where Duggan could smother him a little bit. But if Benavidez can take that half step back, no jabs from either fighter. See, there's that uppercut. I think it's there again.
From the southpaw stance.
Yeah, either one. Just catch the smaller man. The uppercut is there all night. It's not a matter of
10 seconds, 10
it's
seconds,
just
10
not
seconds.
a matter of being there. It's a matter of are you moving your hands? Are you throwing? You know what I would have said to him? The only adjustment I would make, I mean, that's obvious. Yeah, he had him a little bit stunned there at the end, but start earlier. I mean, he started with 15 seconds left in the round.
Let him go. Dennis, let him go.
See,
Get the
again,
arm out.
the
Behind the
defense
head,
for Duggan is to smother on the inside with the bigger guy. You take a little step back. If you're Benavidez and he's not smothering, he's vulnerable. Like that. That was a nice shot to the body by Benavidez. That uppercut to the body. That hurt Duggan. Duggan is a little bit hurt from that body shot. Now it's about not just moving his hands, moving his feet, not falling in. That's it, keeping enough distance where you can keep those hands moving, and then move your feet back when you have to so you don't get smothered like he's doing right now. Keep it going like he's doing right now.
Body shot, right hand up top.
Body shot is really
Duggan clearly impacted here.
Bad shape. Mouthpiece just went out of Duggan.
Punch back, punch back.
Young slugger though on the attack. Headshot after headshot. Oh, that was after the bell right there. As Rosado gets his hands on him.
But that's where the good refs separate themselves from the great refs. Not a bad job by the ref, but again, that's the job that really counts. Be there in that kind of position to stop the punching at the right time. One of the greatest cornermen of all time. You know, many times that he would get in that ring before a fight with Ali or whoever, he knew Ali would use the rope. He would always lean against him. Not just push him a little bit like you talked about.
Interesting to hear the messaging to Duggan.
That arm out, Dennis, get that arm out.
Fleming saying, you can bully him, you can bully him. And then Mom, Sophia was saying,
but it's not over.
There's an uppercut. And a hook that comes in as well from Benavidez. Oh, Duggan needs another uppercut.
There's an opportunity for a knockout here. Physically and mentally for a guy to be here this late.
As Duggan continues to work a bit. Got peppered there upstairs and now holds on with that right hand.
First time he's ever been past 7 rounds.
Oh, knockdown scored by David Benavidez.
7, 8.
In the end of the ninth.
You talked about the uppercut was there. Well, there was a lot of uppercuts
come
there.
in, touch
there
gloves, stay there.
First one, left uppercut.
Come in, touch gloves.
That one doesn't land, but that put him down. But I was talking about
body shot comes in, another uppercut Teddy to start this 10th round.
That's all he needs, Joe, for the last 5 rounds.
He may finish it right here.
And that means right here, moving the feet a little bit, not getting too close if you Benavidez, and doing that.
That's it. Fight over. TKO victory. David Benavidez.
Yeah, that's just a compassionate stoppage. And a proper stoppage by the referee.
For your winner by technical knockout and remaining perfect, David El Bandera Roja Benavidez.
Acércate más para hacer esa cosa. Eso, fuerte. Vamos, doble derecha. Eso, ahí, sólido. Bien. Vamos, vamos. Vamos. Doble derecha. Doble derecha. Abajo, todo, recto, recto. Acércate, levanta la pierna. A la derecha. Abajo, sólido. Dos, abajo. Eso, va. Al tronco, por arriba. Cruzado arriba. ¡Doble derecha! ¡Píntalo! ¡Píntalo!
"12 rounds, obeying my commands. I want to steal a blood belt and come pull it down. Good luck, touch gloves, let's go to work."
Okay, boys.
Our main event for the World Championship.
And I think Raul's right. We saw a lot of boxing so far in this card.
Benavidez prides himself on being an excellent body puncher. What strikes me about him, too, even though he's 20 years old,
like I said, he's got to keep turning it, keep circling around him to keep him off balance. And we can't land big power shots.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, the legendary light heavyweight champion who trains Gavril, said he wants him to get inside and turn, use angles.
And Gavril is very close to being right in Benavidez's wheelhouse.
So here's a fascinating show stat from round one. 101 punches combined thrown by the two men. 78 with jabs.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, with these two. You'd think we would have seen something different, but they're trying to establish the jab.
Gavril to jab the body, hard jab to the body. You hear that Mustafa Muhammad in this crowd. So this guy's not so tough.
Yeah, I agree, and I think Gavril needs to go more, besides the jab, go with hard shots to the body. I don't think Benavidez has ever been tested to the body.
He's gotten away from his native Phoenix. He moved originally to Long Beach, now lives in Lake Oswego, Oregon. It's a suburb of Portland.
Nice left hook by Gavril.
Yeah, he put some good combinations together there. We're in the fourth round, right? Yeah, I think Gavril needs to hurt this kid with some big shots, put some hurt in him to try to get some kind of respect. If not, La Bandera Roja is going to keep coming.
A little blood from the nose of Gavril now.
And Benavidez in the last minute of the last round trying to show stats outlanded Gavril 9-2. He may have stolen that round back.
Throw his combinations and turn.
Three-punch combination from Benavidez. And an uppercut.
See, he's standing there too long.
And again, the combination drives Gavril into the ropes. And now Benavidez right on top of this with the right hand, left hand of the body, and a good one.
It's a left hook to the liver.
I haven't seen anything that would indicate to me that Benavidez is tired.
No,
not at all.
I tend to agree, but I think that's where Eddie was trying to extrapolate.
Got to keep your fighter motivated no matter what. Even if he's got a big wall in front of him that keeps coming, he hits him with everything. He can't hurt Benavidez so far.
Now the punch output, it's fascinating that Benavidez actually has thrown more punches than Gavril. In general, you would have thought Gavril would have to be have a little more volume to win this fight.
Benavidez doing a fainting. Good get there with the right hand. Gavril gets out of harm's way. Spins off the ropes. Overhand right from Benavidez. A good get there. This is round 6. And it's interesting, at least on my card, I have it as a kind of a lopsided fight. But it's a very lopsided fight, and yet.
It's odd, isn't it, that the 31-year-old is convinced taking the 20-year-old into deep water and hitting him with body shots will end up winning him this fight.
Yeah. Benavidez not as active in this one. Gavril with a combination, pins Benavidez against the ropes. Pause with 2 punches to the head, comes right back to the body.
I wouldn't take any chances like that, putting his hands down. Switching him. He's taking a round off.
Benavidez in the red, Gavril in the black and gold.
Gavril had a good last round. He needs to keep that momentum going.
Well, I'm not going to live and die with this one, folks, but I I had the fifth round even, and I thought Benavidez came back in the sixth with enough to win it. I'm not sure that's the case, but you can score it either way.
So we come to round 8 of this 12-round fight.
Here's a pretty telling statistic from Showstats, and that's why even if Benavidez is ahead in this fight, which he may well be, it has not been a walk in the park for him.
Not at all. That's what I call Benavidez, real tight and close defense. Doesn't allow every shot to get in. You know, he sounded really confident. I don't think he expected this, you know, because he said, "This guy's looking at me as if, you know, I'm 20 years old. You know, I'm gonna run over him." But I think he's surprised that Gavril is giving him a way better fight.
Yeah. Well, he said flat out, he had that fight with Angulo where he got disqualified, and they said that was a gift from heaven because we fought one of the toughest 168-pounders in sparring, and he showed us how tough our guy was. And this is the first fighter Benavidez has fought who has not been hurt by him. Jorge Medina was hurt by him, but also knocked out. Doesn't mean he won't hurt him yet, but so far, his big punches have not sent Gavril into a bad situation.
This is round 10. Now let's see if Benavidez heeds his corner. There's a good attack to the body.
Here's an oddity. Was that left foot? He went the distance with Benavidez. So Gavril is looking like he wants to do this. Oh yeah,
he might even win the fight.
Yeah, it's conceivable this fight is there to be taken.
Gavril right back on top of Benavidez. 2 shots to the body.
That's how I just want you to throw nothing but body shots. Go to the body. You really have to got on the body that much in this round. That's what they asked him for. Some body shots.
I'm telling you, caught on the arms and the elbows.
That was the best left hook Gavril has thrown in this fight. It landed perfectly. It did not hurt Benavidez, but it landed very well.
So we go to the 11th round. Neither man has been this far before.
If anybody's in better shape, I think it's Gavril. He's the more well-conditioned fighter because he took some heavy shots early in the fight. And I think he's coming back in the second half of the fight.
All right, well, hey, I've got a little bit, you know, I went for that 10th round for Benavidez. My score is very similar to Raul's, which is 1 point difference. And listen, you could take a couple rounds there and switch it. Again, the body work of Gavril, and he's gotten off to a very good start here in this round, as he did in the last round. And again, as you pointed out, they've never been to this place. One of the things that is intriguing, when you look at a fight, you look at it round to round. This is show stats on what they believe has landed by round, and you can see that there have been some that have been dramatically big for one fighter, and some very close, like the last couple.
Benavidez starting to open up and get there against Gavril. There's a 3-punch combination, drives Gavril into the ropes. 2 left hands and another left hand, and a crashing right hand. Best shot of the fight from Benavidez, and that gets Gavril to try to hold on. Benavidez won't let him. Another uppercut, a left hand to the body, and a straight right hand, and Gavril still fights back.
David Benavidez found his power punches here in the 11th round, landing a variety of punches which he's known for. He's got a wide array of punches, left hooks, uppercuts, right hands, and kept after Ronald Gavril. After Gavril tried to hold. And in the last round, according to show stats, Benavidez threw and landed the most for the fight. 92 thrown, 33 landed. Those are highs for him in the fight.
Amazing. 2 tired warriors here.
Benavidez walking up to him and throwing some big power shots. Did he find that second win?
Yeah.
He threw a lot of punches that last round. He's still coming with that intensity.
David Benavidez believes in himself, and he believes he can hurt people. And ultimately, he did finally stun Ronald Gavril, but Gavril has stayed upright.
Oh, yeah. It's Gavril's fought a really tough fight against a really tough fight. And there's a seconds remaining in this fight. Gavril trying to close the deal. Took a right hand from Benavidez. Comes right back. Gets on top of Benavidez. 3 shots in the body and an uppercut at the bell. What a fight.
For your winner by split decision, from Phoenix, Arizona, El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
David, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times, but above all, obey my commands at all times. First command is right now. Touch gloves. When the bell rings, come out and box. Good luck.
The bell and round 1. The former champ Benavidez in the red with gold and black trunks. Angulo in the white with black.
He's not looking for one punch. He throws combinations. I mean, at his weight class, he's one of the fastest guy in his weight class.
Yeah, just ask really Corky Medina about his hand speed.
Exactly. I think it was like a 16-punch combination.
Yeah. Lots of them to choose from, but tonight has to overcome the mistake he made, and he owned up to it, but Angulo's going to try to make him pay here.
Chance to tee off like that. Part of the reason Ramirez was so effective against Angulo is he was in the center of the ring, moving and pushing Angulo back.
Benavidez very happy to have his promoter Samson Lukowicz back in the fold after the veteran boxing figure underwent successful cancer surgery.
Enjoy and like, and we're happy that he's doing well. Now, Abner's right. I think Angulo really has a good shot here. So if I was him, I wouldn't do too much of that.
Right hand to the body by Benavidez.
That's a pretty good way to learn.
What was it, only 15, 16 amateur fights that he had?
Yeah.
Go over his head, David.
Gilberto Ramirez for the title, losing that in lopsided decision, hoping to make amends here tonight. In the final minute now of the second round is Benavidez beginning to find his rhythm.
Oh, there was a beautiful lead right, yeah.
And the jab through the guard, and that right hand comes off the gloves of Angulo. Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, and of course Canelo Alvarez, all with claims to the throne. And Plant and Benavidez, they've definitely been more good-looking there, Al. If Benavidez was able to hold on to his title, that's not the case, and Angulo's hoping to walk out of here with his first title. And Abner, one thing you have to look out for when facing Benavidez is his sudden offensive outbursts.
Most definitely. I mean, you just never know when he's going to come back with a power punch. And he'll make you feel comfortable like he did just seconds ago. You'll rely to land on the ropes, close himself out. But next thing you know, he throws power.
Alexis, break. Step back.
If you push Angulo, nice shots on the
Another
inside.
couple of left hooks to the body that land for Benavidez. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, if you push Angulo back and you throw combinations, he stops. Oh, that could be a knockdown, but I guess not.
Referee's ruling it that was off balance, but
before that, there was a clean right hand.
And Angulo has been down once officially 8 years ago. And there, Benavidez beginning to utilize that left hook, but then eats a jab from Angulo.
In recent fights. In this fight, any of those defensive lapses are not showing up because Angulo is just not able to take advantage in any case.
Jab is his main punch, but he does love the body shots. And we've seen him go to the body with the left hook to the liver. Angulo standing right in front of him now, trying to unload along the ropes.
He was younger, and that was in that fight, Gavril was able to use his jab as a power puncher to work his way in the inside.
In fact, the only time that Benavidez has been down was in the 12th round against Ronald Gavril. No current champions from Colombia. The all-time best, of course, Antonio Cervantes at 140, Happy Laura at 118. And as you mentioned, turned pro at 16 in Mexico until he was legally allowed to fight in the U.S. at 18, and now at 23, looking to stay unbeaten. But Angulo,
at the same time, he's creating a space for Benavidez to land that uppercut. When he lunges in like that, right at that moment, that's when Benavidez should have landed that uppercut.
Of course, in our return to coverage 2 weeks ago, Joe George landed a lethal left uppercut, knockout of the year candidate. Angulo looking to win the 168-pound title that David Benavidez lost on the scales.
Both up and down experience at such a young age.
Oh, and now Angulo and Benavidez exchanging.
Did he come prepared for this fight? But I don't see it yet. I feel like he's right in this rhythm.
He's starting to put it on Angulo.
And he's picking him apart.
Against the ropes, this is what I talked about in the keys, putting him in his shell, and he did. And there's the uppercut from Benavidez. As I said, he's got one of the best uppercuts in boxing. And if you throw it once, why not a second time? He lands it again very effectively.
And see, that's what I mean by picking him apart.
And those are those multi-punch combinations that he has, well, built a career on, Al.
Yeah, and he's landing 55% of his power punches in this match.
What a round for David Benavidez. Benavidez backing Angulo up to the ropes momentarily before Angulo comes forward and eats that jab through the guard. A man who's been in many dogfights. Remember his performance against Erislandy Lara.
One of the best fights we've had on Showtime. Amazing.
Well, and speaking of...
well, he should definitely, you know, be in the inside, smother a Benavidez, but be cautious with them uppercuts. And pretty much... yes, and pretty much try to do what Benavidez is doing, you know. Try to crowd right now, and the flurry of punches that Benavidez has been landing, I think it would encourage him even more to pressure himself for a knockout.
The fact that there's no crowd in terms of focus, but for many, I mean, we all wish we could have a crowd because they add so much, the electricity, the energy, and Benavidez definitely amplifying his energy at the end. Time.
Oh. And of course, Angulo has not been able to take advantage in any way.
Interesting sequence there, Abner. Some nifty footwork and then that explosive combination by Benavidez. Knocked down the only time in his career, but he is eating a lot of shots here, trying to defend with that high guard, and Benavidez just using him as target practice, and now Angulo coming forward.
Now deciding to turn lefty just for the heck of it.
Exactly. Speaking of different looks, he turns southpaw.
There's a right hook to the body, and he is teeing off on Angulo. Not all of the punches getting through, but Angulo coming forward now, sneaks a left hook behind the guard, goes to the body.
At moments when he has Benavidez on the ropes and he's able to, you know, right there as we've seen, let go of his hands, but
at least be considering pulling the plug, or is his power enough?
Well, you know, that's always the eternal question. I mentioned, though, he doesn't get knockouts later in fights, you know.
Benavidez has a 9th round KO and a 10th round stoppage on his resume as we are past the midpoint of the 9th. And it's all David Benavidez, Abner.
Practicing every punch that he practiced at the gym. And really, this is what you could do. I mean, against fighters like Angulo that are just in front of you. If there were a crowd, I'm sure it would be different.
But what more can you do, right? I mean, he's landing all these huge combinations.
Sure.
Angulo
can take a shot.
Yeah, he just doesn't go anywhere. And he's landing literally.
Left hook to the body again.
Are you trolling us, Mauro? Is that the point?
Since I'm not on social media anymore, that's true. It on the air. Again, David Benavidez continues to dominate Alexis Angulo as we go to round number 10.
Time.
Angulo trying to put something together here in round 10, but Benavidez' defense.
Yeah, the hand speed and combination bunching of David Benavidez is what separates him.
Hold his head, David.
It's just extraordinary. It has been from the moment he started to become a polished fighter.
And it's fair to bring up that is in the 10th round and he's still doing so.
Yeah, good point, Edgar.
Great speed, great power.
And you don't want him to get hurt. He's in trouble now, I think.
Well, we mentioned 2 weeks ago, Joe George trailing Marcos Escudero late in their light heavyweight fight here on Showtime until he unleashed that devastating uppercut. So I guess there's always a puncher's chance, but David Benavidez is another class of fighter.
And like you said, he sends him, you know, taking him out.
And here, that was one of the uppercuts that he landed in that corner, and including the left hand. There was just
too many.
Yeah, too many punches and too much punishment.
And he is putting together his own uppercuts here in the home stretch of the 10th. It's one uppercut after another on the inside for David Benavidez.
Time.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's it. We want to stop this fight. Forget about it. It's enough. We've had enough.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and he is still undefeated. El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
Unbelievable. Ronald, David, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Above all, obey my commands at all times. First command is right now, touch gloves. When the bell rings, come out and box.
Taking on the undefeated David Benavidez, 23-0 with 20 KOs. The bell and round one, Benavidez in the red with black and gold, Ellis in the black with white trim, and of course his nickname is a red flag. But it's Ellis pushing the pace early.
Ellis believes that in these first couple rounds, Benavidez is not the quickest starter.
Romero back in November 2015, so as the competition has improved, so has it been harder for Benavidez to get the early stoppages, and it's Ellis right now working on Benavidez along the ropes. Benavidez blocking some of these shots, but not all of them, Al.
After he got the right hand hurt, before he fought Ali, were all jabs. So he's using that punch now, but you can see he's also still willing to throw the right hand now that is surgically repaired. Benavidez from getting that combination punching offense going.
And of course, in his last fight, Benavidez missed weight, but Ellis missed weight in his last fight as well.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm liking how Ellis is using his jab. You know, it's in the beginning. First round, this second round is using it really beautiful.
The left hook by Benavidez and misses with this sweeping right as Ellis tries to establish the jab, tries to gauge the distance. There's a body shot by Benavidez.
You know, Benavidez lands. He'll get that punch unlimbered before this fight's done.
Lead right and a couple of left hooks by Benavidez. That right hand manages to sneak through the guard for Ellis, but Benavidez, now both of them with an uptick in their offense here in the second. 30 seconds left here in the second. Ellis flashing the jab, leads with the right, and there's that hand speed. And when Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus. Nice counter right hand, a short right, and there's Benavidez beginning to avoid Ellis's shots and really scoring at will here in round two. The only time he's been down, and of course he then became a two-time champion against Anthony Durrell, but now he's beginning to put it on Ronald Ellis, standing in front of him. Ellis continues to stand.
Well, if we keep getting exchanges like that, it's going to be fun to watch, but Benavidez now landing some big power punches.
It's becoming so far really fun a fight to watch.
The artistry of David Benavidez when he's firing on all cylinders, Abner.
Yeah, and it is also, thing is that Ellis stopped throwing that jab, and now here trying to just get everything out of his system, and I think he's doing so.
There's that left hook to the liver by Benavidez.
And we'll likely see that again.
Past the midpoint of the fourth round, Ellis on the ropes, trying to absorb this offense from Benavidez, and Ellis coming forward, landing some shots.
On a regular
Speaking
basis.
of firing, there's some fire to the body by David Benavidez, and in many ways Ellis may be playing with fire, although wants to acquit himself well, wants to move up the pecking order.
Yeah, good action by both fighters, and the crowd would be roaring if they were here.
Ellis puts himself on the ropes, eats a combination from Benavidez.
And there we see the good work from Ellis with that jab, but it's always Benavidez who goes in there and, you know, always finishes with the combinations. But whoa.
I like Ellis, a game opponent, showing hand speed and, you know.
So we'll see. There's still some time to go here in round 6.
But you have to like the countenance, the attitude of a Ronald Ellis, Abner.
Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
He has landed 43 punches, and we'll see some examples of some of them, and a lot of them were power-packed as he got Ellis on the ropes, trying to rip the uppercut and working the body and the head.
And he's doing that while he's standing in the southpaw. Oh, well, now he turned right.
Yeah, I mean, and that right hand, very effective.
I talked about Romero holding in our opener, but Ellis there feeling the power of Benavidez and then trying to hold on, but now Benavidez at the right distance here, Abner. He is teeing off on Ellis.
Yeah, he definitely is teeing off. He's landing those inside punches, the uppercuts that we were talking about.
And Ellis comes back with a couple of jabs, and Ellis stabs right in the line of fire, Al.
Oh, Ronald Ellis, for him to hang in there in this round.
In that fight, Ellis achieved almost perfect balance, throwing 398 jabs, 399 power punches, but he really invested sufficient power behind. Benavidez telling us that his favorite punch is that left hook to the body. He told us, and now, of course, in the keys too, the jab and the body shots, and yet doing a good job of headhunting here as well.
You know, he has that habit of going back and staying on the ropes, but, you know, he'll come back with his own. Oh, beautiful
solid right hand by David Benavidez. 45 seconds, right hand to the body.
He lands more jabs per round than any other super middleweight, and he uses the jab there to set up the right hand, and that was just a huge...
Benavidez doing a little bit of following just, you know, Ellis instead of cutting the ring. See if he, oh, there we go. And he's got a lot of growing to do, and he's doing so as a fighter. He's maturing. I mean, it's not easy. He became world champion at a young age and made him make those mistakes, but he's clearing that, and it's now a time to be recognized, you know, for your good boxing more than the mistakes.
Benavidez putting together these combinations here in the 8th, and Benavidez and Ellis have been past the 7th round. You may have saw the graphic 6 times each. Benavidez 6-0.
But even though Ellis is still fighting back.
Oh, what a left hand hook to the body out by Benavidez.
He's got to throw it again. That body shot definitely hurt him.
Right uppercut, another uppercut, and now David Benavidez pouring it on Ronald Ellis, and Ellis trying to hold on. Final 10 seconds of the 8th. Ellis finds himself along the ropes. Well, because of the fact that he lost his title on the scale the last time around, and because all of the champions seem to be in unification mode, he talks about those big fights, and we mentioned at the top of the telecast. Again in control here in the 9th with 30 seconds left in the round.
Ellis, on top of everything else, has never been 12 rounds in his career. He's been 10. Benavidez is 2-0 over 12, so he's going to soon, if he can hang in there, be facing territory he's not seen.
But then Benavidez comes with this almost, you know, right hand. I want to call that jab a right hand, even though it's a left, because it's so powerful. You know, the right hand is always the powerful one, but in this case, Benavidez has both hands.
By the end of the round, it was Benavidez again landing that right hand, and you know, he's landed 87 body punches in this match, Benavidez, and there's 2 of them, and they are.
He's following the fighter all around the ring. Why not cut it off and invest a little bit more in the body? There it is.
Nice chopping left hand by Benavidez. Artistry on display, courtesy of El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez. Maintain a primetime player in the division, and, well, Ronald Ellis, he's going to have to dig it down deep as he's been doing throughout the fight, although he just ate another sharp right cross, and if he continues to take punishment to the head.
Of course, won earlier this evening by knockout. He was the man that Ellis beat to win the Golden Gloves championship, so he's watching this going off.
Yeah, and a big win for Terrell Gauthier to kick off the night, and a big display of David Benavidez' technique here in round 11, Abner. He is hitting the body, the head. He is just strafing Ronald Ellis, and you wonder, referee Callis, the corner, watching very intently with Ellis pinned in the corner, and now Benavidez unloading on Ronald Ellis, and Ellis, the veteran move, holding on to Benavidez.
He learned a lot from this fight. He showed a lot. He showed hard. You know, he's still game. I'm not saying he's not.
And you're absolutely right, Abner. And in boxing especially, a loss can be so devastating when really it should be a more and more learning experience. Ronald Ellis has earned his bones in this fight tonight.
Losing this fight doesn't mean his career's over.
Great stoppage by the referee. And you know Ronald Ellis is going to
There's no sense.
fight it, but what a performance by David Benavidez. And you know what, Ronald Ellis?
Match. And here's the point at which referee Callis did stop the match and seemed to jump in at exactly the perfect moment, because it didn't seem that Ellis taking the signature uppercut from Benavidez, it didn't seem like he could fight back at this juncture.
A gutsy performance by Ronald Ellis, gets stopped for the first time, even though he's...
And still undefeated, El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
Sharper than a katana, David Benavidez, victorious here tonight.
It's the main event. We know the rules in the dressing room. Both these trunks are a little bit high. I'm going to let them go right in here. I want you to obey my commands. Touch them up and bang at the bell.
Undefeated and move one step closer to a potential mega showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Bell, round one.
That Davis, you know, he came to box.
Yeah, he normally doesn't move this much, Davis. He's moving...
Again, Benavidez doing a lot of following, not enough jab. He's got to jab his way in. There it is, the power jab. Cut off the ring. And that's where you want to, if you want to work your body shots, there it is, the overhand right, but throw it to the body as well. That's another way of cutting off the ring.
There's a shot to the body by Benavidez, hoping.
That's what he's doing.
Benavidez targeting the body.
Hey, Kyle, he got a lot of pressure on him tonight.
First sign of Benavidez' combination punching, which when he's on can be dazzling.
In the first fight against older brother Jose Benavidez Jr. and younger brother David, though.
Respect that, and when I'm offensive, be ready for it. And there you saw
Uppercut by Benavidez.
Again, if Benavidez is going to reach like that, you got to make him pay.
Davis using the jab effectively. Benavidez opening up with 20 seconds left in the second. Benavidez on the ropes. And
Davis has a good sneaky right hand, and that time he got in there, but it's been a good round for Benavidez.
Left hook to the body, and some of that hand speed on display by Benavidez. Pushed back by Davis. Lead left hook, partially blocked by Davis. Davis trying to keep.
Yeah, definitely powering that jab. Having Benavidez thinking, but Benavidez getting in with the power shots.
Right now, Benavidez with a big margin there.
Left hook to the body by Benavidez. Continues to walk down Davis. Jab by Benavidez. There's a straight right hand that lands for Benavidez. Left hook to the body. Right hand upstairs, and then
he was able to show us the combination punching that he's capable of. Ripping the uppercut. I mentioned that Davis had been hurt by an uppercut in his last fight.
Body punching from Benavidez.
There's a counter left hook upstairs.
And there's been moments where he can land his body shots, but again, you know, he feels comfortable throwing those.
He was capable of doing that, but it's been sporadic.
Combinations by Benavidez with Davis along the ropes. Final 15 seconds.
45%, which is exceptional. He's landing at 38% tonight.
Uptick in the offense from Kyrone Davis.
Nice counter right hand by Davis.
Yeah.
He's a good counter puncher when he has the opportunity.
There's a counter left hook by Davis. Benavidez goes to the body, gets countered upstairs. And again, counter right uppercut, left hook by Kyrone, shut it down, Davis.
This looks a lot more like he fought in the Gavril fight, countering very effective. Yeah, it's becoming an interesting fight in this round, isn't it?
Nice left hook to the body, left hook upstairs, right hand to the body by Davis.
And he waits for Benavidez. There it is. When he throws a jab or a right hand there.
Benavidez trying to bludgeon Davis with that jab. Lead right hand scores for Benavidez. lead right hand keeps Davis from escaping. Benavidez has Davis on the ropes. Davis trying to avoid the majority of this barrage and fighting back off the ropes. And Davis fighting back. Crowd enjoying the exchange.
Great work by Davis countering.
Two-time 168-pound belt holder David Benavidez team up, left hand through the guard, right uppercut. And there's a left hand that has Davis rattled. Another left hook. Davis taking these shots, standing his ground.
Really countering very well, but then against the ropes, even though he's able to counter, there are moments when Benavidez lands these big power punches like the left hook.
And Benavidez going on the attack, continues to stop Davis. Davis doing a good job, blocking a lot of the shots. Ate that right hand and another right that misses for Benavidez off the face of Davis. But Davis, even when getting tagged, remains composed, Abner.
Yeah, Davis really taking those shots really well, but again, it only takes one shot. He's got to be careful with though. He can't take too many shots with Benavidez.
The power punches, everything other than the jab. You see the big edge for Benavidez, even though Davis got some work done in the last round, but in this round,
nice uppercut he landed.
And David Benavidez is a smart fighter. He's fighting as a lefty and it's working.
Core scores for Benavidez, and a left uppercut on the inside for Benavidez.
And look at the variety of punches that Benavidez is giving us.
And Davis comes back with a right hand, backs Benavidez off.
Davis makes something happen in this round after Benavidez threw 47 punches over the first part.
And now the left hand like a paintbrush, painting Davis on the face and the body. Under a minute left here in the fifth. Solid right hand for Benavidez. Boy, can Davis take a shot. And remains in the fight.
Absolutely, he's never been stopped, and we see why. He's facing a much bigger man, a guy who fights at this weight on a regular basis, as he did against Kyrone, and he's accepting this punishment and fighting back.
Two lead right hand score for Benavidez. The crowd erupting. Terrific stuff in the opening half of tonight's main event between Benavidez and Davis.
Wow, what a round.
Stephen Breadman Edwards looking out for his fighters, saying, if you don't show me more. He said, yeah, I know you were playing possum on the ropes, but you...
And again, we're really impressed by Davis, you know, him taking these shots and coming back with his own. And like you bet, he's talking to Davis, but at the end of the day, he's taking vicious, hard punches from a puncher. And Benavidez
lighting up Davis here in the sixth. Davis saying, bring me more, and Davis valiantly fighting back. Another body shot by Benavidez. Minute half left here in the sixth. Right uppercut, left uppercut. Davis fighting back.
And it's the body work of Benavidez that's having the biggest impact.
Let's bring in our unofficial score, Steve Farhood.
Mo, if heart were among the criteria.
How is Davis still standing? My God,
his nickname is Shut It Down. Well, Benavidez having a difficult time in shutting it down. David Benavidez continues to brutalize Davis. How much guts is too much guts? What a fight! Round number 7. Fight fans in Phoenix are in heaven. And Kyrone Davis continues to be systematically broken down.
Listen, I admire Davis, you know, guts, heart that he's showing today, but let's be honest, he's taking a beating right now, and this is not right. This is not healthy.
Of the end, David Benavidez with a brutal barrage, and just when you think it's over, Al, Davis continues to stand his ground.
Yeah, he's trying desperately to counter him, but it's just not there. And the body work is what's doing most of the damage.
They got to stop.
Another big left hand. And the towel has been thrown in. You've got to feel for Kyrone. Shut it down. Davis took the fight on short notice.
Davis, I think, were the body punches more than anything. And Abner, as that left-hander there, he was able to land what he wanted. That's where the towel came in. Edwards saying, no, I don't want my man to take any more punishment. He's up at a weight he shouldn't be at. Kyrone Davis should be down at 160 as a middleweight.
Yeah, it was the body work. I mean, he was taking a lot of headshots already. And if you're smart, as Benavidez is, he said, you know what, I will work the body. There's the towel. That was perfect timing as well.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
Lemieux says he doesn't run away from anybody. When he steps in the ring, he's the man to worry about. The bell, round one, scheduled for 12 at 168 pounds. This one has all the makings of a fistic firefight. Benavidez has 9 first-round KOs, last one versus Felipe Romero, November of 2015 for Lemieux. He has 12 first-round knockouts. Last one came against Gary O'Sullivan in September 2018. And there, Benavidez goes to the body with the right hand.
Toca, David, toca. There you go. Toca, sigue tocando por ese jab, no lo ve. There you go.
Lemieux going forward, the left hook as Benavidez was throwing the right hand. And he's going to the body. Oh. Right hand by Benavidez, backed up Lemieux. There's the jab through the guard, and the right hand by Benavidez, and the left to the body by the undefeated Benavidez. Lands that right. And another right that lands for Benavidez on Lemieux. 1-2 from Benavidez lands. And it's the variety, the placement, the speed. I mean, he really can do it all. And that's the left hook. Now staggering Lemieux. Benavidez unloaded the plus-one combinations of David Lemieux.
Bien paradito, nomás no te me confías, bien cerradito. Ya está listo, Debe, ya está listo. Agarra, respira hasta adentro. Trata de cuando te vayas a la escuela, ciérrate, Debe. Bien cerradito, no te me vas a confiar.
Could have been a knockdown again, right, with the ropes. Round number 2, Lemieux was in deep trouble at the end of round 1 and starts the second looking to make what could be his last stand as he had his head popped back by the jab, and yet he's willing to stay in the pocket and go toe-to-toe with Benavidez. Referee gonna give him a short leash, is the words of Harvey Doc. Lemieux down for the 5th time in his career here in the second. And the counter right from Benavidez. Lemieux fighting back, going to the body. Almost down in round 1, went down here in round 2, and yet he's still coming forward. And Benavidez, so landing shots. There's a left to the body, right hand, and the right cross. Unbelievable chin, unbelievable wail, but how much more can David Lemieux take? Lands a left of his own. And that left hook backing up Lemieux. And the left uppercut lands. Jab by Benavidez. Every punch on the menu on display from Benavidez. Oh man who's always intent on going out on his shield. 2 of his 4 losses have been by knockout. He just got rocked with the left uppercut on the inside. Again, on wobbly legs, taking all kinds of punishment. Man, it's a battle of Davids, but Lemieux sporting a Goliath-sized heart here as he is taking all kinds of punishment from the undefeated David Benavidez. There's a right hand that lands for Benavidez. Show stats and the power punches all in favor of Benavidez. The guard is split by Benavidez, who is landing at a high clip. And 47% of his total punches. Lemieux was knocked out by Marco Antonio Rubio in the 7th round in April 2011 by Gennady Golovkin in the 8th October 2015. Benavidez trying to close the show here. And yet Lemieux gets rocked with that 1-2, but not going down, Raul.
shit. No, in a body shot, keep working that fucking body and breaking his ass down.
David, keep closing the limbo.
Está haciendo bien, está haciendo bien.
Ya no puedes tirar tanto, ya estamos cansados, pero no te quedes muy parado, ¿ok? Trata de usarme el jab, ya dentro, cuando estés adentro, trata de tirar los jabs.
All three in favor of the winner. And still, the undefeated interim WBC Super Middleweight World Champion.
Both waistbands are high on both sides, so they're going to get the full waistband. Gentlemen, you got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands. Touch them up. Pat your corner, gentlemen.
Ready? Who is going to remain perfect and walk out of this ring as the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World? Big right hand to start. Here at 168 pounds, started his career at 154. A right hook to the body, digging it with venomous intentions. 5 years later, won his first world championship. Right hand down the middle for Benavidez. Are a bit harsh to the fact that they don't believe he can do well against a boxer, puncher, and a mover. He did fight Caleb Plant and won that fight quite handily, but now here is a guy who is a southpaw. There's a right hand that connected for Benavidez. Here's a guy, a southpaw, slick southpaw, and Benavidez said, yeah, I want to test myself against the world's best. And Andrade is tricky and awkward, high-profile marquee fight. Well, here he is in Las Vegas, November 25, 2023.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
Benavidez is absolutely massive. It still astounds me how he makes. And they end. Combination there to begin for Demetrius Andrade. Jab right to the abdomen by Andrade. Andrade did unload that combination at the end of the first, and the Andrade contingency loved what they saw. And Andrade is unorthodox, and he throws punches. Andrade's ducking low and trying to give Benavidez different looks. And I think has an underrated straight left. Good shot, good work here by Demetrius Andrade. 4 or 5 punch combination. Time being called. Again, Thomas Taylor telling these guys, hey, do not be pushing the head down of your opponent. Again, Andrade does things in a unique manner. Now some inside fighting. Who would have thought he was going to try to walk down David Benavidez? There's a straight left. And keep Benavidez at bay, utilizing his pure boxing ability and not be the one. There's a left that connected for Andrade.
For a little blue corner audio. Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
There's a right hand connecting for Benavidez, but for Benavidez, all it takes is one big punch. All right, so round number 3 we go between David Benavidez, the champion, and Demetrius Andrade, who is aiming to become a 3-division world champion. Now Benavidez plodding forward. There's a right to the body. Andrade unloading a combination. See if Benavidez can string together some prolonged offense. Now Benavidez coming on. That left hook digging to the body of Andrade. Now right hand smashing into the face of Andrade. And now here's that offense that we were expecting from the monster in David Benavidez. Big right hand from the outside, smashing into the left cheekbone of Andrade. And Benavidez coming on. So we begin the 4th round. We continue the 4th round as Benavidez, an inadvertent shot below the belt. If you're Benavidez, you need to start to throw combinations and become more offensive. Of the mindset, let me see if he can handle my firepower. Beautiful right uppercut on the inside that backed up Andrade. The first time that Andrade has really backed up. Big right hand, and down goes Andrade. But look at that big right hand. And Andrade took him like a second to go down to the canvas. All right, so we begin the 5th round. And Benavidez starting strong. The fans, many of them on their feet, sensing that the end could be near. Right uppercut by Benavidez. He thinks he can get Andrade out of here. And what a statement that would be for David Benavidez. To not only be the first guy, big right hand by Benavidez. Andrade still hurt. The big power punches are coming out with a higher frequency. The left for Benavidez. Andrade bobbing and weaving, trying to clear the cobwebs to get himself back in the fight. But can Benavidez continue to pour it on? A right hand down the middle. Over a minute has elapsed in this 5th round. Benavidez has to be careful about not expending too much energy so that he conserves and has something left if it indeed continues to go on. Big shots now by Benavidez, a left hook to the body, and the hand speed of Benavidez is starting to be showcased. And it's only getting worse for the Providence, Rhode Island native. A left hook to the body. It seems only a matter of time. Combinations by the monster in David Benavidez as we approach the 1 minute mark. Benavidez is a man possessed here tonight. Under a minute left here in the 5th, but back comes Andrade. Body punches for Benavidez. Andrade's right eye swelling considerably right now. Big overhand right. What an uppercut. Look at this work rate by David Benavidez. This is beautiful violence that we are seeing being exhibited by the monster. Big right hand. How Andrade is still maintaining his vertical base is unbeknownst to me. What determination by Andrade. What clinical, powerful brilliance by Benavidez. Blood is on the left bicep of Benavidez as Andrade continues to try to remain in the fight, and Andrade getting hammered, and that ends the round. Oh my goodness. That translates to yes we can, because they're trying to will Benavidez to get the stoppage. Big, a crushing right hand upstairs by Benavidez. First he landed on the body, then he came upstairs. The punch placement of Benavidez, there's a big right hand on the top of the head of Andrade. Nobody has done this to Demetrius Andrade or has put him in any sort of peril ever in his career. But Benavidez is doing that, and he's starting to hammer away and continue this non-stop attack on the Providence, Rhode Island native, who is a natural super middleweight. He started his career at 154, then went up to 160, and now here in his 2nd time appearing at 168, but he's fighting a naturally bigger man. But Andrade still. And some working out by Andrade as he goes to the body. And also Benavidez, 9 years younger than that of Demetrius Andrade. A left hook that knocked out the mouthpiece of Andrade, but Andrade fights on. A left that landed by Benavidez. Andrade going backwards. Can Benavidez get the finish here with less than 20 seconds to go in the 6th? A left by Benavidez. And I think you got to take a long look at Andrade in between rounds. Big right hand by Benavidez. But Benavidez, the younger, fresher, hungry of the two, that ends the 6th, and Andrade is in a world of trouble. And the fight is over. A correct move and a 6th round stoppage for David Benavidez as he embraces with his father.
The interim WBC super middleweight world champion, the Mexican monster, David El Monstruo Benavidez.
Okay, coaches, everything on the white here is going to be good up. Everything underneath the silver letters and up is going to be good. Gentlemen, you got some very detailed instructions in the back. I want to remind you, protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch him up. David, touch him up. Back to your corner.
Shot at undisputed light heavyweight glory goes to the victor. This is round number 1.
Closing up the guard, moving to the side, angles.
And of course, Benavidez, also known for his underrated defense, loves to be in close square out that high guard. But now Benavidez sitting down on his punches. And I agree, but Morrell also showcasing what brought him to the gas right there.
Good counter shot with his back to the ropes.
And he's an incredible counter puncher.
I mean, again, we keep mentioning the power. Benavidez already took a couple of left hands, but
Morrell goes to the body with the left hand. A lot from Benavidez, the plodding footwork, but again, serves him well in his strategy. And there, uppercut by Benavidez on the inside.
Morrell shook his head, but he tasted the power on that sequence. I'll tell you what, Morrell might have the quicker feet, the slicker boxer, but he's standing in front of Benavidez, and he's willing to trade.
Just like Fedor Emelianenko in MMA, that lead right hand for David Benavidez. Nice right hook behind, curls it behind the guard of Morrell. Now Morrell's turn to fight back. Kalajic's last fight. I mean, David Morrell is 11-0 with 9 KOs for a reason.
It's hard to remember any single rounds he's lost. He's been so dominant.
And what a great effort by both fighters here. World-class.
Both fighters really starting to establish already what they do well in there as Benavidez corners Morrell.
This is round 3, scheduled for 12. The winner puts himself in the pole position to face the victor of the rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. Benavidez feels Bivol did enough to win the first fight. He picks him to win the rematch. And now here Benavidez and Morrell just missing with that right uppercut. Morrell needs to be careful with the showmanship, the gamesmanship. First major main event of the new calendar year, and Benavidez and Morrell already delivering. Benavidez saying, bring it on, let's go!
Yeah, waited a little bit too long there, but now here comes David Benavidez.
Here comes the combinations of Benavidez. Morrell standing tall and a beautiful. It's a key weapon, but that lead right hand is also a key weapon for Benavidez.
I believe everything's a key weapon for Benavidez, no doubt.
Look at this action in the corner.
Ooh, wow! What a left hand by Benavidez. The light heavyweight division throughout history has been the scene of some of the most intense rivalries, some of the biggest grudge matches. Benavidez and Morrell already.
I wonder how long Morrell can keep up fighting Benavidez's fight in close range against the ropes.
Left hook to the body by Benavidez. The jab from the south, taking turns. Give and take, the ebb and flow of a high-level boxing main event.
Talk about breaking down a fighter.
And this is what he does. He brings the pressure systematically, breaks him down, but Morrell's still there.
Yeah, he listened to the corner. They told him about the head movement. High guard, get in there. He just got clipped.
He did get clipped. And now Morrell trying to fight back. Benavidez, though.
Benavidez is not going to hold. He's going to fight through it.
Unbelievable.
Morrell's doing what he said he would do. Punch for punch.
Benavidez down once in his career. Morrell has him on the ropes. Time is going to run out, but drama here in the fourth, and here comes.
Wow. A short shot, but you see right on the chin.
And in that dramatic fourth round, both fighters landing their fight highs. For Benavidez, 30 of 65. For Morrell, 22 of 61. And here is round number 5. And now Benavidez on the ropes where again, you don't want to be. And there's a nice counter left hook upstairs by Benavidez. Goes downstairs, whips a left to the body.
Benavidez was in trouble on the ropes. Nope. He caught that punch, catch, and shoot. Here it is. Perfectly timed for David Benavidez.
So far, so good, although he certainly has to be careful against a bully like the monster.
Yeah, and you just got popped with the left hand, and Morrell now along the ropes leads with the left, and there's Benavidez leading to the body with the left. Nice right hand, another right to the body by Benavidez, and he is doubled up. Total connects to the body.
body shot hurt David Morrell. Definitely did.
Not to mention that short right hand in close range.
Morrell's footwork, using the angles to escape out of the line of fire. He is stuck in right now.
Yeah, but still so dangerous. Morrell on his back.
And you're right, now it's Morrell that's putting the pressure on Benavidez.
That's good scouting from Benavidez' team right there.
Oh, another uppercut.
Knowing Morrell often changes levels with dip down to explode.
Thank you. Good
round by round for Benavidez.
And you look at the body shots landed round by round, and it's all a monster.
I like what David Benavidez did right there. He took a little sidestep and tried to get that uppercut in. Walking in forward, throwing that straight jab.
And total punches landed. Big edge for Benavidez. Oh, there's a counter left from Morrell. Saw double right, the jab, the right hook, and then the left hand. Need to see more combinations from Morrell. And there's another combination, but now the left's from Benavidez. Oh, beautiful short left hand by Morrell before the escape. Now Morrell's putting together combinations. He heard us. Nice.
Can he standing right in front of Benavidez? How many more rounds can he continue to take this punishment?
Benavidez framing Morrell, then going to the body, leads with the left hook upstairs, lands, curling behind the guard. Morrell goes to the body, gets countered upstairs. Beautiful. The uppercuts to the face. David Benavidez beginning to try to close the show here in the ninth, but Morrell fights back valiantly. Uppercuts of his own. Demetrius Andrade, Alexander Gvozdyk. You know, people call him the weight bully at 168. Well, he's bullying David Morrell here at 175. Nice counter right, chopping right hand by Benavidez. Oh, okay, wow, little alley shuffle.
That time of the fight, the championship rounds.
And Benavidez has shattered the record for most total punches landed by any previous Morrell opponent. The previous record was uppercut on the inside. Morrell misses. Body shot. Oh, countered there by Morrell, but it's a chopping right hand again that finds a home for Benavidez. The lead right, very effective as we've seen throughout his career. Morrell trying to sit down on his punches now, coming forward. Left uppercut, right hook, body shot. Morrell now has Benavidez on the ropes and again lands some punches, but Benavidez blocking a lot of these shots. It has not been the high output fight that we used to see from Benavidez. And it's ruled a knockdown by referee Thomas Taylor.
Benavidez entertained with those shots as well. And there's a knockdown.
Yep, right hook. And now Burrell has the advantage in one statistic, but Benavidez looking to make a paper, and he caught him again with the counter. It was taken away with the point deduction, the first point deduction of his career.
Morrell needed to be dramatic here in the championship rounds.
And the commission has confirmed after looking at the replay. Morrell has to go all out. Ronnie Shields screaming at him in the corner. You've got to think. I think the time for thinking is done. He's got to let it all hang out, and Morrell trying to do just that here now.
It's all or nothing for Morrell.
Right hand to the body by Benavidez, and he rocks Morrell with the left. And Benavidez now sitting down on his punches. Total jabs landed. Power punches. It's all David Benavidez as he looks to go to 30-0, and after all of the animosity.
He is now the unified WBC interim and WBA light heavyweight world champion, the Mexican monster, David El Monstro Benavidez.